Welcome back, Interior sports fans. Joe Cook here with the weekend recap. The small school state championship football game between the Allison Ravens and the Kiski Bulldogs. Classic. Allison led 19-0 in the first quarter. Senior Tony Griffith, he scored 3 times on 277 yards rushing, eclipsing 2,000 yards in his last season as a Raven. The fourth quarter was just back and forth. Christian Radal did it all for the Bulldogs. He scored every single touchdown for his team to keep Nikiski close, 49-43 in favor of Allison after his 6th score. But Caleb Dunlap, he ran it in from 10 yards out to give Allison a 55-43 lead with 2 minutes left. Radal scored again with 1:30 to go. But Allison's Chris Kilpatrick, he would recover the crucial onside kick. Allison converted a first down, and they would run out the clock. Allison wins their second small schools title in 3 years with a 55-51 win over Nikiski.
What do you have left in the tank? So, you know, that's basically what it came down to. And, you know, we had it in our tank. We practiced since August to be right here. And I'm so glad that we're here.
Against Allison, it's a great game always. Always a great game. Sometimes the dog wins, sometimes the Raven wins. But it's awesome. It's been the rivalry for the last 4 years.
It solidifies to these guys that, you know, the hard work that they've been doing since January, you know, just pays off, you know, and that life lesson is not just football, it's everything.
And the North Pole Patriots and Soldotna Stars met in the medium school state championship game Saturday after a TD in Sohi's first possession. Ty Fenton, he gets the INT for Sohi. He scores on the very next play. They would do the same thing after a Patriots fumble. Fenton had 2 rushing scores and a touchdown grab. Sohi quarterback Brooks Furlong threw a score and ran for 3. Sohi led 30-0 at the end of the first and won their 3rd straight medium schools title with the 57-28 win over the Patriots. Sohi ties the state record with consecutive wins at 29. A special day for Furlong, whose father passed away just this year.
We just couldn't be prouder of him, and I know Dad's smiling down and
make some noise for the
29 games in a row. East, Thunderbirds, and the old Sohi team have it. You know, it's been great. We have our names in the record books, and hopefully they can break it next year, #1.
We want to make it hard for them to score and be in a shootout. And that was our goal, and we just made some mistakes that kept us from doing that.
And the Lathrop Malamutes, they were up 8-7 over the West Anchorage Eagles in the large school semifinal. We're going to take you to that video as West scored 16 unanswered in the 3rd quarter. As Dan Holter, he's going to take this back. A punt return, 44 yards for a score with 9 minutes remaining to make it a 15-23 game. Dave Tullamoose scored on the ensuing possession for West. He finished with 199 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Eagles defense sacked Lathrop's Glenn Maiden Jr. on the Moots' next possession. And after they recovered on the 4th and 11, they will run out the clock from there. West wins 29-15. They'll play South Anchorage next Friday for the large school state title.
they're a great team. We didn't underestimate them. We practiced hard. We just looking forward for a fight, and we just came over here to take care of business.
Great game on both sides. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's not one thing here cost us to lose or or them to win. It was just they're a better team.
The Alaska Nanick hockey team is off to a hot start this season. Saturday, the Nannicks came back in consecutive nights of the Bryce Alaska Gold Rush for another 4-3 victory. Freshman left winger Austin Veith scored the game-tying and game-winning goals in the last 6 minutes of the game as the Nannicks defeated Penn State to win their 3rd straight Gold Rush title. Veith was named tournament MVP, while Tyler Morley and Colton Pareko were also all Bryce picks. Alaska is 4-0 and 16th in the nation in the latest USCHO polls. The freshmen are playing a big role in the early start of the success for the season.
The thing to do is get that first one, and Munson got his today. Veith got his last night out of midair, so then Austin also came down the wing and got us back where we need to be and tie that game up. So all the freshmen have come in. They're doing a tremendous job.
Sticking with hockey, the Ice Dogs were victorious on the road. They sweep the Chill with the 6-4 win on Saturday. Yannick Vidal had 2 goals for Fairbanks. The Ice Dogs scored at least 5 goals in the 3-game sweep. The Ice Dogs series win vaults them into first place in the Midwest Division with a 7-6-1 record. They travel to Wenatchee for their next series this weekend. And now here we have this week's I-5, the Interior Top 5 plays. Number 5, Lathrop senior Dan Holtree with the speedy punt return in the fourth quarter against West Anchorage. 15-23 game after the play, but West wins 29-15 in the large school semis. Number 4, freshman center Peter Krieger scores the game-winning goal with 2 minutes left in the Nanox 4-3 comeback win over Air Force in the Bryce, Alaska Gold Rush opener. Number 3, Allison senior running back Anthony Griffith runs for 277 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Kiski in the small school state championship. He goes over 2,000 yards rushing in his senior season. Number 2, freshman left winger Austin Veese game-tying and game-winning goals as UAF rallies to win 4-3 over Penn State on Saturday and wins their 3rd straight Bryce, Alaska Gold Rush title. Number 1, Caleb Dunlap of Allison scores a game-winning 10-yard touchdown run with 2 minutes left in the small schools championship, and the Ravens defeat Nikiski 55-51 and claim their 2nd small schools title in 3 years. To select the play of the week, go to the KTVF Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter pages, comment on the post, or email Joe Cook at KTVF11.com for your pick. The play of the week will be revealed this Friday.
The I-5 Sports Report is brought to you by Adient Orthopedic Physical Therapy.